Hey guys, it is TJ Anthony here with CBS 21 News. Right now, today is a weather warning day, so we've been keeping a very close eye on conditions as a strong system moves through our area. Right now, it is about to wrap up in the next couple hours, but we are still pretty much in the thick of things. Let's go ahead and bring in meteorologist Steve Knight with where this system is now and its impact that we've been seeing on the area as far as right now.
Yeah, hey TJ. So, a lot of folks still seeing the sleet and the freezing rain that's out there. One thing though, as you look at the radar there, we're starting to see some holes develop in the radar, meaning that this is starting to slowly taper off a little bit. It will eventually completely taper off from west to east here overnight tonight. Basically, I think, from west to east between like midnight, 1 a.m., we'll start to see a lot of this clear out. And then there's your Sunday. Your Sunday actually looks pretty good. First thing tomorrow morning, it's still going to be a little bit slick out there with temperatures going to be, right around the freezing mark, but gets a little breezy on your Sunday afternoon. But I think we pop some sunshine during the afternoon, highs getting into the low 40s. So some good news, TJ, in that, by tomorrow afternoon, a lot of the junk that's out there right now and the sleet that is piled up, it's going to be all melted away. It's going to be a distant memory
That's
by this time tomorrow.
yeah, that's very good news. Yeah, especially because we know a lot of people were going to be, going to Super Bowl parties and stuff
Yeah.
like that, Steve. But we have been getting reports of some crashes out there on the roadways too. The roadways have been pretty clear. People have been staying home, but of course, some people do need to work. That includes a bus crash and also a tractor trailer overturned on the roadway that we've seen. So we're about to show you video. This is of the tractor trailer overturned. We're about to get a good look at that there. Let's see. There it is right there. There's the tractor trailer right there just overturned in the median area. So this is in I-81 in Cumberland County. We haven't gotten any reports of injuries, but of course we are still making calls on. You just saw a PSP video on the scene there. And that's not the only crash that we are getting reports about. Let's go ahead and show you another video of this crash that happened in Dauphin County. This specifically happened in Lower Paxton Township. We did get reports of some injuries in that crash there. We do know, that bus is in, it looks like a gas station parking lot, but we are continuing to make calls to learn the victim's conditions in that crash. I mean, Steve, really, the roadways are still slippery out there.
Yeah, very much so. This is about the worst stuff that you can attempt to even try to drive in when we talk about freezing rain and sleet, because what happens is with the surface temperatures being down below freezing, so everything that falls just freezes on contact. And that sleet is actually compacting down on top of what was already a glazing of ice with freezing rain that has been mixing in. So yeah, this is a recipe for really, really tough travel conditions. That's what we've seen throughout the evening here tonight. One thing I would mention, though, and been monitoring our traffic cameras, is that, obviously compared to a normal Saturday night, traffic volume out there has been a lot less. I think a lot of folks, if they didn't know about this storm moving in, once they saw what was happening with the sleet, the freezing rain, and the conditions, I think a lot of folks, thankfully, were able to hunker down. But to your point, we always say, everybody, stay inside if you can. Well, not everybody can, right? So we showed you those two accidents, one involving a bus, one involving a tractor trailer. It's not everybody can just, stay home and stay indoors and stay safe. So that's always the big concern in a storm like this, is those folks that do have to be out and about, do have to venture out conditions like this. And, you assume that obviously a tractor trailer driver spends a lot of hours on the roadways. Well, it just goes to show you with that accident right there that this is the kind of thing that can cause problems for even a seasoned truck driver.
Oh yeah, even the most experienced
Yeah.
drivers can still, have issues out there. I mean, your wheels lock up. Sometimes you don't know what to do. You panic. So it happens. But like you said, thankfully people are staying home, and there aren't too many people out there on the roadways this evening. And can you say, when you expect the road conditions to get better?
Well, first thing tomorrow morning, we're still going to have some slick spots, because like daybreak tomorrow, which that'll be, sunrise tomorrow's give or take around 7 a.m. tomorrow. So it'll still be slippery first thing. I think, a lot of, we noticed a lot of the area churches and Sunday services maybe laid things back a little bit. But things should improve pretty quickly. I think we'll start to see the clouds break for some sun. My best advice would be if you could put off travel tomorrow morning to really be on the safe side until after 9, 10 a.m. By then I think things will be greatly improved, and then certainly by the afternoon and the evening. But yeah, you want to avoid travel here overnight tonight, and I would say if you can put off travel until mid morning tomorrow, that would be your safest bet.
Yes, very great words there. Just and then one last question. Can you say, which areas of central Pennsylvania were impacted the most?
Basically, TJ, it was pretty much everybody was uniformly impacted in the same way. This wasn't one of those systems where Lancaster County got more or less, and the Cumberland County did. Everybody tonight is seeing about the same thing out their window in terms of the sleet and the freezing rain. This was a system, and the radar is over my right shoulder here, and everybody throughout the entire region dealt with this. There weren't really any areas that were hit harder or impacted less than others. And yeah, I will say this though, northern Pennsylvania, once you got into like above I-80 and then New York, that's where for the most part it was a snowstorm, and they had several inches of snow. But for us, it was the sleet and the freezing rain, just due to our temperatures being a bit warmer aloft than what they were in northern Pennsylvania.
Wow. And definitely want to make sure, you check our website for a list of closing and delays. We do have a team of reporters throughout our area. Let's go ahead and bring in Andrew Klein. Andrew, how's it looking over there in Lemoyne?
Yeah, much better than it has in the last couple of hours. The plows have come through multiple times, actually, in the last, 45 minutes. Look at the road right now. See how much of a look I can give you. So much clearer than it was earlier in the day. Even the sidewalks as well. There have been people coming by with shovels, shoveling the sidewalks, making them much safer to walk. It's way less slippery than it was a couple of hours ago. No, the parking lot where we're near is definitely still full of sleet and ice, but the road that we're next to, the sidewalk, definitely much better than it has been a little earlier today when it was really, really bad out.
Andrew, that's great news because, it was hard to even tell that, crews were out there plowing the streets there. Grace, how's it looking over in Harrisburg?
Yeah, hey, TJ. So we've seen a steady flow of precipitation in Harrisburg since around 6 o'clock, and that's continuing on now into the later hours. As you have said and Steve said, like the conditions are just really bad for traveling, and just I want to help the severity of that by showing you one of our station vehicles here. Take a look at this window. You can just see the ice. It is not going anywhere. It has fully just cemented itself onto the car. This is the result of me using an ice scraper to help get that ice off. But we're just seeing some really dangerous conditions. And to take it a step back further, look at the roads here. We're not seeing a lot of plowing yet on the roads. The sidewalks are looking pretty much the same. It's just really dangerous out here. So we're just cautioning people to just please be careful if you have to be on the roads tonight.
Grace, Andrew, thank you. What's interesting is, the drastic difference in how the roadways look, Grace, where you are in Harrisburg versus Andrew, where you are in Cumberland County. That is an insane difference. But guys, thank you so much. And of course, our coverage will continue tonight at 11. So we will see you then.